Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We are focusing on a wonderful viewer question that we got in, and that is a narcissist open or closed-minded? They have really encountered a lot of obstacles with this person and someone who they were really particularly in love with, and really to the point of being in a committed relationship. And they really just felt that all of a sudden the relationship came to a screeching halt and things just could not move forward. And they're wondering, really, is this because a narcissist is not able to be open-minded enough? And when we talk about having an open mind or an open heart, we're talking about really being able to be in the present moment and being able to be flexible enough to see various options, to see various viewpoints, to have the experience of empathy. And empathy is the ability to listen, understand, perceive, and acknowledge another person's feelings, needs, wishes, and desires, and being able to really kind of empty oneself out, to be able to hear from them, to acknowledge them, and to respect them. And so when we talk about having an open mind, it's not projecting your own needs outward. It's being able to be secure enough in yourself to release those, to let those go and hear from another and not feel threatened, not feel criticized, not feeling a rage or an anger or a defense mechanism, what is known in psychology as a defense mechanism, which is when someone really shuts down, when they're blocking out the information, they're blocking out the input from another, their statements, their feelings, their suggestion. They take it just to, a very dark, negative, insecure place, meaning they feel insecure with a feedback from another. So a narcissist can be extremely sensitive to criticism, or really what's not even criticism, it's just feedback. It's promulgated with an idea that maybe things could change or we need to change. And so they're very, very sensitive to this, and oftentimes will lash out with aggression, hostility, and what is really kind of experienced as a closed-minded person or closed-hearted person. So really, the answer you have to assess for yourself. And again, each person is unique. Each person has their own situation. But furthermore, as they say, a closed-minded parachute will not be able to, will not save you. The mind has to be open in order for it to work. A closed mind means being shut off. They're not able to perceive the options. They're not able to exercise empathy. They're not able to understand, listen, and take into consideration your input. And so if your input is not heard, received, or validated and respected, then you're really kind of feeling like you're up against a brick wall, and that can become very painful and very difficult. And a lot of people really feel that they want to give up in that situation. So if a narcissist is presented with kind of a very closed-minded aspect to the relationship, or approach or mindset to the relationship, you're not going to get very far. You're not going to be able to have accelerated healing with this person. You're not going to be able to come to common terms. You're not going to be able to come to an agreement. Or if it does, you need to be able to present the idea that, you're not very, it's appearing that you're not very open-minded on this topic. Your heart is not open to receiving what we have to say. You need to kind of bring that up to them, and just to be able to say that could be part of the issue. If they're not being open-minded, if they're taking a defense, they're taking that defensive, basically, shield and, just resistive, oftentimes that rigidity can be very difficult to work through, or very difficult to massage into the flexibility that you need to have to heal through relationships and keep people in your life. So, I think it's a very excellent question, and I think it's very worthwhile for us to bring up here, because you have to be able to have a sense of security And security oftentimes comes with having an open mind. Security comes with being able to have an open heart and not feel attacked, not feel judged, not feel criticized, but to have, that experience of security within yourself, so you can have that ebb and flow and know where those energetic boundaries are with people, so that you don't have to defend and justify, that you can be open up to the other side or another person even. Oftentimes the narcissist is so resistive and so has such an insatiable need to overpower, dominate, and control and participate in persona management that they're not even, present to be able to be open. They're not receptive. And if they are, they have just a whole entourage of basically arrows in their quiver, basically meaning, they already have so many arrows that they're going to be, aiming at you and attacking you with, that people don't even have a chance. It can be very, very difficult. And I know especially around the holidays, get-togethers, that we celebrate Easter, there's a time for happiness. It's a very sort of joyful, uplifting, happy time for those who are Easter people and who celebrate Easter. It can be very, very stressful, and really, it is part of uplifting, this time of year, spring in the U.S., and so it can be very, very difficult if you're with these people who aren't allowing that energetic flow in the relationship. So, and again, and I feel sorry for you. I feel for you. Maybe sorry is not the best word, but I feel for you if you're going through these difficult times with these people, and you're perhaps surrounded by people who are severely closed-minded or closed-hearted, and they're not able to embrace you emotionally, embrace who you are, your I am, or they don't have the ability, or really what presents as the interest. But realize that if you are encountering these hurtful people, maybe ask the question, but I know that this is very tough because it just tends to create more fighting and more conflict consciousness. So, make that assessment within yourself, make that assessment within this individual, and then, I think that'll help you kind of come to a ground and foundation within yourself and give you that higher perspective or higher consciousness of who and what you're dealing with, and then allow yourself to have a realistic assessment of yourself, the relationship, and then furthermore, how you need to protect yourself moving forward, so you can kind of like better identify the moving parts there, so you know what to put your energy, faith, and hope in, and really, embrace yourself, forgive yourself, and allow yourself to really be surrounded by the solution and live in that solution, rather than being continually re-hurt, re-injured by someone who really is not able to be open-minded or open-hearted to you in that sort of respectful and loving relationship that is so important to really moving forward in life. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.